Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm not even sure if I'm going to post this as yet, but if you guys are hearing it, then I guess I have. We are shooting today, Black History shoot that me and my cousin have had the idea for about a year now. Last year some crazy storm came and then it got to become too late. We made an excuse that it was too late and so therefore we didn't end up doing it, but this year it's on. To me?
To you.
I mean, I'm a queen, so I feel like that's what it means to be Black, is like knowing where you're from and like capitalizing on that and like understanding what your roots really are and understanding that nobody can define what Black is to you. Like this is just what Black is to me. Like Black is to be proud. Black is to be great. Black is to be successful. Black is to be influential. Like that is what Black is. Like, and that is what I am, and that's what I aim to inspire, and that's what I aim to, you know what I mean? Like we are supposed to be this way. Like there is no middle ground. Like this is how we are supposed to be. We're supposed to live right. We're supposed to live like kings and queens. We're supposed to live like gods and goddesses. You know what I mean? Like we've just been blinded. Like we have on the blinders from society, and that's why our definition of Black is so distorted. Because that's all that we know. That's all that we're ever taught, right? Like in any environment that you go into, there are certain standards. So we conform because that's what the crowd does. We're like, that's what we feel like we're supposed to do. We're not taught any different. We're not taught to not conform to what society thinks of us, right? Like you're just constantly like bombarded with these images and, you know, like of this is who you are. And so if you don't know yourself, or again, if you don't know your history, if you don't know your roots, then you fall victim to it. Like it is what it is. Like you fall victim to it because you haven't made yourself strong enough to understand that they're doing it because they know that we're supposed to be great, right? So we conform because that's what we see everybody else doing. They've already brainwashed us to conform. Like people are like herds. Like people are like elephants. Like you push them one way and they just go. That's just what it is. You don't even have to give them a reason. Like just give them the slightest bit of choice. Conform to everybody or leave, and they'll always conform.
Not even that. Not even leave. Be an outcast.
Yeah, be an outcast. Like you don't even want to do that. Like how? How do you not even want to be an outcast? I don't even want to be normal.
Right?
I don't even want to be normal.
I see everybody going this way, that way.
Right. Why don't they reform? Because so the system is designed to make us feel helpless, right? So when you are in a state of poverty, you can't think of anything else other than survival. So they've placed Black people in these communities where they are poverty stricken, and so therefore knowledge is not their first thing. It's food, water, shelter, by any means necessary, right? So knowledge is not something that necessarily our youth are thinking about. And the more that I talk to people, especially mothers, the more that I talk to them, I notice that the activities that they want their children to do when they want time alone has nothing to do with reading. It has nothing to do with reading whatsoever. I spoke, anyway.
Basketball, prime example.
Right, like you would prefer your child sit down and watch basketball than pick up a book. Like that's not how my childhood was. Like I don't know about anybody else's childhood, but like my mom went to Scholar's Choice and bought books over the summer, like, and she was like, "Oh, you're going into grade 6? Okay. Well, over the summer, you're not gonna do grade 5 stuff. You're gonna do grade 6 stuff." Halfway through grade 6, she was like, "Okay, well, I gotta get you grade 7 books." Like, I was like, I didn't even finish the grade yet, right? But like, I have it, like, so I always want to read. Like, I always want that information, but that's not how everybody is raised. I wasn't raised in like a poverty-stricken place, so like, I know that knowledge is power, so I educate myself. And I don't feel like Black youths have role models to look up to that tell them to read. They look up to these rappers and whatever who are singing about, oh, they in the cut and they gang banging and they doing drive-bys and there's money and there's girls and whatever. But a lot of you guys don't know that these rappers, like, you think that they just sit there and rap all day? Like, the best rappers read. The best rappers, Nas. Like, you want to see a king? Like, go to Nas. Like, that man, like, I'd take my hair off to that. Like, oh, you don't like this? No problem, baby. Like, I would feel, we could get a new one. What color you like? You know what I mean? But like, he reads, like, you can tell that he's a very like knowledgeable man.
Very intellectual.
But you don't, like, people just don't look at it that way. They just look at it like he has bars. Like, no, like, if you actually listen to his lyrics, like, you realize that he has sense. But people don't see, people see it as rhyming.
And he's making dollars.
And he's making money doing what he loves to do.
Now, how do you plan to inspire the Black people of tomorrow?
I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now.
All right.
Like, I realize that there's something that I want to do with my life that doesn't necessarily conform with what society says that I should do. And I'm going after it. I'm not giving myself an option. There is no other option. Like, don't let anybody ever fool you. There's no other option. Like, I know what I like to do. Like, I like to talk, I like to entertain, I like to, you know what I mean? I like to be around people, I like to make people laugh. Like, I like to create. Like, this is me. This is how I am inspiring the Black youth. Like, I'm showing you that you can do what you want to do too. I'm no different. I am no different. I'm no different. And if you come from a poverty-stricken place, you can still do it. Like, your come up is gonna be greater than, like, you know what I mean? Like, your come up is gonna go way better than mine. Like, your come up is gonna be big. Your come up is gonna be great. You know what I mean? Like, I
kind of have big and great.
You can have it all. Shit. You can have big, great, enormous, awesome. Just put your mind to it and it's yours. Do I think it's hard? Yeah. Because I have more to prove. Right? And like, people take that on as a burden. Like, people take it on like, oh, I got more to prove, so I'm not gonna work as hard. Like, that's backwards. Like, you have it backwards. Like, you know what I mean? So is it hard? Yeah, but is it impossible? Is the real question. And if it's not impossible, then why are we still having this conversation? Like,
Plain and simple.
it's really just as black and white, right? But it's all in your head, right? Because it depends. Like, a lot of people have people saying, oh, you can't do this. Oh, you can't make money doing this. Oh, you can't make money doing that. Well,
Sometimes
why?
It's not all about the money.
I know, but I mean, even if it is, like, okay, why can't I make the money doing it?
Why not?
Somebody did it. So, like, why am I so incapable of doing it then? Right? But people don't see it like that. Because it comes from a place of love. Like, when people tell you that you can't be what you want to be, it's not coming, like, a lot of it is not like, oh, they don't want to see you do well, they don't want to see you, it's not like that. It's that they really care, but they only know what they know. Like, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You can't make a wise man overnight. Like, that's not the way it happens. So you can only give me so much experience. You can only give me so much insight if that's all that you know. If you know school career, then that's all that you can. School career. But I don't want. What if I don't want to go to school? I went to school. I did. But what if I don't want to?
What's your other option?
I can do whatever I want.
That's the mentality that not everybody has.
I can do whatever I want. Whatever I put my mind to, I can do it. I can't fail. There's no failure. I can't fail. Nah, me and Jelly Bean.
Goddamn.
Welcome to the house.